Um, those of you who know Maya, and you know, we've actually read Maya's story before. Well, Maya's brother is Dragon. Dragon now has his own book, and Dragon is going to be very similar to some of the kitties here. All right. So it says, meet Dragon. She's a cat. All right, I said brother, sister. She's a cat. Her back legs don't work, but that's not what this book is about. It's about how she feels anxious and scared all the time, and how everything ends up okay. Based on the true story of Dragon from Instagram's Meet Maya Cat family, this book helps normalize differences, calm us down, and remind us how awesome we all are. All right, so we're going to read Dragon the Skin. Oh, here comes Derecho's doppelganger. All righty. Dragon. This book is dedicated to Dragon, who came into our lives by chance and taught us to take more chances, conquer our fears, embrace the unknown, and to love unconditionally. Meet Dragon. Hi, Jim. Dragon is a cat, a scaredy cat. Dragon has a mighty name, but she doesn't feel like a mighty dragon at all. I'm being climbed up right now by Derecho's little doppelganger. Hi, little Derecho doppelganger. She wants to be brave. She wants to be calm. But she is just too scared. She always wants her mom. She is scared of the dark and loud noises. But everybody's scared of the vacuum cleaner, you know? And she's scared of new people and new places. This also sounds like the late, great Emmy cat that we had. She's scared of spiders, and for some reason, she is scared of jelly beans.
See what you're doing, you fatherless kid.
Her paws get shaky, and her heart beats fast. It gets hard to breathe, and she wants it to pass. And guess what? It does. It always gets better. Her family keeps her safe. And look, there's Maya. And her friends do too.
All yours.
I have a little kitty below me. I don't know who it is. Not a teeny weeny little kitten. Just take some deep breaths. It'll work for you too. 1, 2, 3. Now wiggle it out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. See, your hands get more still and your heart beats more slow. It gets easier to breathe, and we're ready to go. Good night, Emma. There's some serious hissing going on behind me. There. Thanks for taking the time to read Dragon's Story. So a little bit of backstory on Dragon. They actually have a picture of Dragon here too. We hope this book helps you feel brave, calm, and worthy. Let me show you the real picture of Dragon. Cool, huh? It looks like Emmy. Oh my God, it looks like Emmy. This is based on the story of a real cat named Dragon. Dragon is paralyzed in her back 2 legs, and she's always dragging herself around. Get it? Despite her back legs not working, Dragon can still run, play, climb, and live a happy and fulfilling life. That's why this book isn't about her paralysis at all. It's about her anxiety. Dragon struggles with an anxiety disorder, like many humans do. But she doesn't let it stop her. She takes medication to help, and her family works every day to make sure she feels safe, confident, and loved. We wrote this book so everyone can know that it's okay to feel anxious, it's okay to ask for help, it's okay to receive a diagnosis. You're not alone, and everything will be okay. You will be okay. After all, our differences make the world stronger. Don't forget to follow the real-life Dragon Story, and her sisters too, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Meet Maya Cat. I didn't know that they had a TikTok. Hello, Stacy. Learn more about Allworthy, our disability inclusion nonprofit, by visiting allworthy.org, or find us on Instagram and Facebook at allworthyorg. So that's Dragon. All right. Next, we have Nouns and Verbs Heavy Field Day. I don't know where I got this, but it must have been one of my wife's books. Kind of cute. Yes, it is Michelle H. That's Maya Cat's sister. So, if you follow Maya, you'll follow Dragon. All right. Nouns and Verbs Heavy Field Day. For my beloved brothers, David, Paul, and Scott. We played, we argued, we helped each other, we grew up. I'm so glad you're on my team. And to my mother, Gloria Rowe, whose keen interest in my work is always endearing and only sometimes annoying. Each day in Mr. Wright's classroom, the kids search the room for nouns and verbs. So we have Mr. Wright who says, who can find the most nouns? Who can find the most verbs? And one of the says nouns are names for people, places, and things. One book is done, Stacy. Yes. Always reach for the stars. Verbs are where the action is. The cow jumped over the moon. But one morning, Mr. Wright announced, "No time for nouns and verbs. It's field day." "Hooray!" shouted the kids, and they raced outside. The door slammed behind them, leaving the nouns and verbs all aflutter. The words felt sentenced to a long, boring day without the kids. What's field day, they wondered. "Look," said a verb. "Window," said a noun. The words looked out the window and saw the kids on the playground. "Run, jump, hop, throw," said the verbs. "Play." "Games, races, contests," said the nouns. "Listen," said the verb. They heard kids whooping and hollering and laughing. "Fun," says a noun. The nouns and verbs wanted to play too. They wanted to have as much fun as the kids. So they decided to have their own field day. Are you joining me up here? Huh? You got the best ear fur. you got the best ear fur. All right. "Teams, pairs," said some nouns. "Choose," said a verb. When they picked teams, the nouns chose other nouns. Desk, crayon, book, and eraser insisted on being together. Cookies and milk paired up. So did paper and pencil. Glue, markers, and tape stuck together. And then it says here, cookies and milk. We're best friends. Paper and pencil says we were meant for each other. And are you demanding to be petted? Huh? You're a very demanding little kitty, aren't you? You're a little demanding little kitty. Hmm? Can I stop for a second so I can turn the page? Huh? Can I stop? Okay. Verbs wanted to be with other verbs. Push, pull, yank, and tow said they belonged together. You're still bopping me. You're still bopping me. Here, just let me show you this kitty. This kitty here has been bopping me and says, "Look, I got the prettiest ears. I have the prettiest ears at the rescue center. Don't you?" It's absolutely adorable. Oh, you're so adorable. Yes, Coralie is in attendance. She's usually sleeps right through it. I don't take it personally, though. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. Huh? Can I put you down so I can continue? This is Corabelle, okay. Coralie, Corabelle. Huh? Is this Corabelle? Huh? You're a good one. Yep. Corabelle. 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 Alright. There we go. Alright, Corabelle has now let me go, I think. So, where was I? Verbs wanted to be with other verbs. Push, pull, yank, and tow said they belonged together. Hop, skip, and jump chose one another. Shout wanted to be with cheer. Throw and catch refused to be separated. So did chew and eat. Oh, really? Okay, I thought that might have been her. Long nouns were happiest with other long nouns. It says custodian. We have so much in common. Caterpillar. Wastebasket. Pronouns stayed together, waiting their turn. He, it, us, we, she. Proper nouns made sure their team's name started with capital letters. United States of America. Dalton's Pocket Dictionary. Mr. Right, room 1. We're the proper nouns, and no one could be prouder. Oh, you're welcome, Packer Backer.
Alright, I'll come back and check on you, okay?
Finally, the leader shouted, "Get ready, get set, go!" The nouns got ready, but they were helpless without the verbs. The verbs got set, but they couldn't do anything without the nouns. The nouns and verbs stared at one another, more than they felt sentenced to a long, boring day without the kids. They were frustrated and sad and mad. And then, one says, "We're doomed." The other says, "What a waste of time. Boring. We're going nowhere fast. I've got no oomph. Somebody help me." Do you hear this cooing? Finally, they looked out the window again. Outside, Sam ran. Jacinta hopped. Mike and Ting were throwing and catching. Kids were pulling and tugging and falling down. Mr. Wright cheered. Yeah! The custodian helped. Balloons burst. Teams were taking turns. The principal laughed. Some children waited. A breeze blew. "We forgot," yelled a verb. "Our jobs," shouted a noun. "Things happen when we work together." "We need verbs," said the nouns. "We need nouns," said the verbs. And then they chose new teams and partners so they can have fun and play their own games. "We could still be friends. Don't worry, I still like you. I don't want you for a partner. If you get tired, I'll take your place. Please be gentle. Will you be my new buddy?" Then, get ready, get set, go! The nouns and verbs kicked off their own field day. Nouns and verbs played tug of words. "I'm a strong verb. Choose me. You can depend on me." Eat, kick, chew, word. Nouns and verbs played hide and seek. Those of you who are as old as me, gotta think of Schoolhouse Rock when you read this. Right, nouns chose partners for the three-legged race. Simon says spin around. Simon says jump. Nouns and verbs played Simon Says. Kiss the fish. And then they have these book plus worm equals bookworm. I don't get this one. I guess that's supposed to be the symbol of gold. And fish equals goldfish. Black and board is a blackboard. Then the new compound nouns teamed up with the verbs. "We need you." Nouns acted out verbs for the others to guess. The nouns and verbs had the time of their lives. Finally, they decided to show Mr. Wright's class how much fun nouns and verbs could be. They made up new games for the kids. They scrambled and juggled and twisted. They laughed themselves silly. Verb, that's what's happening. I find it quite interesting. A noun's a person, place, or thing. A noun is a perfect I messed that one up. All right. When Mr. Wright's class came back, The kids couldn't believe their eyes. Wow, they said, nouns and verbs moved around. Mr. Wright looked puzzled. I forgot to close the window. It must have been the breeze. And then you'll see these little signs. The stars, reach for, always. The over jumped moon, the cow. It's like Yoda made these signs up. But when Mr. Wright and his kids noticed the message on the board, they couldn't wait to have a different kind of field day. Playing around with nouns and verbs. Dear blank. Choose a noun. Caterpillar, balloon, kids, lunch. You can blank around with verbs and nouns. Choose a verb. Eat, play, erase, ride. What's your function? Hook it up. You know, on my desk, I have it all packed away from my last job. I have a little bobblehead Bill for I'm Just a Bill. So that's my little bobblehead that I have. You're blank. You're blank. Nouns and verbs. Choose a noun. Wastebasket, fruit cup, bathroom, friends. And that is the story. Nouns and verbs have a field day. You know. Sorry, but this was anti-adjective and adverb. Where is lolly, lolly, lolly when you need them? All right. So that's 2 books down. The next book is called In the Wild. This is a book I picked up in Cincinnati. I don't know if you guys, there's a store out there called Jungle Gyms. It is like Trader Joe's on steroids. It is an unbelievable store, and it's all jungle themed, but it's huge like a supermarket. And they sell a bunch of food, you know, but they sell a lot of non-food items, including a couple kitty things that I bought and I put on Jackie's chair. But we're not going to tell anybody. It's for her, for, you know, raffles and all that stuff. So it's an unbelievable store. So it's called Jungle Gyms. So if you're ever in Cincinnati, you gotta go. They have 2 stores. It is the coolest store I've seen. You know, the only thing I can tell you, it's like Trader Joe's on steroids. There's so many different kinds of things there. They have a cigar shop. They have an alcohol place. They have kitchen supplies. Really, Stacy, that is. Yesterday was the first time I've ever been there. I just heard so much about it, and it is wonderful. And the other thing about Jungle Gyms is it's not expensive. It's relatively cheap. I bought some of the Jungle Gyms, like salsa and some of the spices, and it's wonderful things. I might have to go down to Dayton for work in the future. You know, what's it, what, about 30 miles, 35 miles away from Dayton? Maybe I'll go out and, you know, pick some stuff up, you know, while I'm in Dayton. So, really something else. Anyway, so I picked this book up at Jungle Gyms. All right. This is called In the Wild. Yeah, Stacy, it's a wild store. It's, you know, I heard so much about it. You know, and I just said, you know what? I went to the Reds and Phillies game Monday, and you know, I drove there from Philadelphia, and I said, you know, I'm here out in Cincinnati. I might as well go to Jungle Gyms before I go home, and that's what I did. So it was cool. I enjoyed it. I love going to new places, you know. And I thought it was good for me because, you know, we finally had my wife's memorial over the weekend. So it was good to do something, you know, positive and, you know. So had such a good time. Had such a good time at the Reds game. You know, even though the Phillies got stopped, you know, it was 11-1. Just, you know, I love going to away games and just like talking smack with the other fans, but all good, respectful. Nothing. And I did that, and of course, I got it back in spades because the Phillies were bad, 11-1. So I had a great time, and went to the Reds Hall of Fame. That was wonderful. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook. I told a story. Well, Stacy, you know what? The other thing about it's so big, I really tried to limit myself to an hour in there, and after 2 hours in there, I said, you know what? I got to get on the road. I got to get home. I was there for 2 hours, and I could have spent another 2 hours in there. It's just crazy. So, wonderful place. But anyway, so now we're going to read In the Wild. The lion stands alone on the grassy plain. He has his pride. He shakes his mane. In his eye the sunset glistens. When he roars, the wide world listens. Are you Doreen? Doreen, I was born and raised in Philadelphia. So I am a huge Phillies and Eagles fan. And I just moved here to Defiance last year. So now that things are opening up, my plan is, I'm going to try to see the Phillies and the Chicago Cubs when they're in Chicago around the 4th of July. And I'm talking to my brother. He is talking about coming up to Detroit. The Eagles play the Lions in Detroit on Halloween Day. So, what the heck happened to the Flyers, Doreen? What happened to them? I thought they were going to challenge for the Cup this year, and they didn't even make the playoffs. It was bad. But born and raised in Philly. And there's actually a kitty here that you probably could see on this screen, Doreen, that came from Philadelphia. Can anybody guess who that is? Which one of these kitties that you could see in this frame came from Philadelphia? Can anybody guess? I am really going down a rabbit hole, huh? That's all right. This is fun. Okay. Can you guys guess which one of these cats came from Philadelphia?
Yeah.
There we go. Danielle. All right. This one here that's in Ramsey's car. Oh, you can't see them. Oh. You know what? Let me move them a little bit so you can see Alma. Hi, Alma. Yeah, you can't. I thought you could see Alma. But she's right here. Hi, Coralie. Hi, Coralie. Oh, Alma. Oh, Alma. What are you doing? Can I move this? Can I move this? Oops, sorry. I'm going to move this over here, okay? There we go. And now I'm going to put this down. Oh, God. Of course I spilled the water. Woo. All right. Let me wipe up this mess. Sorry about that, Alma. There we go. I'm going to move you up a little, okay? There we go. Oh. Well, you can see Alma's head now. I think, yeah. There you go. And actually, that's not Lucy. Alrighty. So, in the bed here, the red car, that is Alma. She had a Philly accent. Did you ever hear when she says, she says Wooder, W-O-O-D-E-R, Wooder. Alright. Back to the story. Big, yet moves with grace. Powerful, yet delicate as lace. As to color, plain and ordinary gray. But once we start to look, we cannot look away. When peaceful, silent, when angry, loud, who would have guessed the elephant is so much like a cloud? So now you can see the Philly girl, just, her head and half of her body. Bingo is the inky kitty that's in this orange bed. The giraffe, stilt walker, tree topper, long neck showstopper. This is a cute book. I saw that yesterday. I thought, oh, let me get some books for story time. This is a cute book. I'm glad I got this. As lovely as the antelope, as lovely as it is fast, but antelope is always first and zebra always last. They say that's just the ordered way, interchangeable, and yet I wish we had for zebra steak a different alphabet. That is the one who, and I think Lost Girl's no longer on. Lost Girl, I think, is the one who took or picked Bingo up. A horn stuck on a boot-like face, so wrong, so clearly out of place. A frightful sight, preposterous. It must be a rhinoceros. Yeah, I love Bingo too, Vanessa. The problem is, I always get stuck on like I-46 or no, never mind. Cats on the catwalks. I have affection for the sloth. Though slow, she's small and rather hairy. Brown, the color of a moth, she only moves when necessary. Derecho's doppelganger has come out again. The jaguar's back is flowering with delicate rosettes, as if she's grown a garden there, so beautiful, and yet there's danger in the jaguar's gait, a soundless step that warns. Beware of jungle-raised bouquets, because these are hidden thorns. Yeah, I do too. And I don't know if you saw this, Michelle, but there's little Route 66 signs up on the catwalks. I think that's awesome. The panda. You're a bamboo you're a bamboo bandit. You're a piebald dream. You're a bear in silk pajamas. You're cookies and cream. Bye, Doreen. You're the wizard of the mountains. You're prestige, whatever. You're the nature's best example of bare imagination. Yes. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo. What's his name? Yeah, D-Man's Mini-Me. That looks a lot like D-Man. We can never touch them, so we love them from afar. They are wild and distant, the tiger and the star. We can never know them. They are not what we are. Fire, fire, burning bright, the tiger and the star. What a cute little book. Really, really cute book. Dear orangutan, 3 cheers to you, man of the forest. You arrived here long before us. You paved the way, you saw it through. How nice to have someone like you sitting in our family tree. Sincerely from your cousin, me. You can do magic. Yeah, it's funny because many kitties here, I've thought of songs, songs that kind of remind me of them. It might be the name, or it might just be the cat that reminds me of something. When Gallant was here, there was a song that I thought of with Gallant, and I'm trying to remember what it was, because I used to go through my head when Gallant was here at FFRC. But now Gallant's a big bum and he's home. Where are you going, kangaroo? Going, going, going? No one can jump the way you do. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, there's a derecho doppelganger. Yeah. I love the little trill that somebody's doing. I just love it. You know, I have a cat named Guinness at home. He's going to be 12 years old this year, which is crazy. All right. Every time he comes into a room, he's got to announce himself. He does this. Like, I'm here. Worship me. He's funny, but he is like the best kitty. He really, really is a wonderful cat. He gets a little nervous, but, you know, so do I. In burning sun, in blinding snow, there stands the mighty buffalo. His temper short, his suffering long. Once was 60 million strong. In burning sun, in blinding snow, behold the mighty buffalo. I got a joke for you. What did the buffalo say? What did the buffalo say to his offspring when his offspring went to college? Bye, son. Get it? Bye, son. Bison. All right. I'm stopping. Sorry. The wolf. She opens her eyes. She leaves her lair. She lifts her head. She sniffs the air. And then, ow! The moon looks down. A cloud drifts by. She stands and waits. There's no reply. And then, ow! Oh, yeah. Who lives in a pineapple at FFRC? Yeah. I could not get in. And you know what, Stacy? The reason why I got those pineapples is so that I could sing the song. I got two of them. I got one for my house, and little boy Guinness loves the pineapple house. And then I got one for a year. The same thing with the pirate ships. So, thank you. Is it Steel Thought or Stealth Thought? It's Steel Thought. Yeah. I'm glad. You know, I'm really glad that she likes the pineapple. The polar bear swims from flow to flow. Oh, look, she's disappeared. Oh, you're welcome, Kristen. We do this every Wednesday about 7:30 Eastern time. So anytime you see. You know, me and Kitty, SpongeBob is a very, you know, obviously it's geared for kids, but there's a lot of like humor that really the adults will get, and not the kids. It's a very smart show, and even my wife thought it was a good show. Like, we didn't watch it all the time, but it was very interesting. Well, that's good, Vanessa. I'm happy to hear it. And you come into chat anytime. Thank you, Stacy. You know, we'd love to have you. And like I said, we do this every Wednesday, as long as I'm available. Sometimes, like last week, I had to go to Philly last week. Oh. And look, she's disappearing in the snow. All right, so that's 3 books. I got one more book, and this is called Smush for President. And Smush is a real kitty, and you're going to see that A lot of the kitty books that I have are special needs kitties. All right. We read about Maya. We read about Dragon. We have a couple CH books that we've read. We've heard about Betty Tales. All right. Oh, thank you. Derecho is awesome, though. Derecho is awesome. So we've read this, The True Story of a Brave Bobblehead Cat. And, of course, we know that a lot of kitties here are bobblehead cats, like Derecho. I do have the Derecho Learn to Fly book at home. You know, maybe one of these days we'll read it, and maybe we'll set up like a special, thing. Like we're going to read it next week if everybody wants to tune in, and make it kind of like an event. So yeah, at some point I think we will do that. I don't know. I don't think there's any more of those books available, Vanessa, but I do know I have my own copy. Because usually when they sell those types of books, I usually pick it up as fast as I can. So this is Smush for President. And if you look at Smush, he's very similar to Maya and Monty. That it looks like, it looks like he might have like a chromosomal disorder. Like a Down syndrome type. Smush is a feisty and confident orange cat who started out life as a sick little kitten. She grew healthy and strong and has gone on to do many amazing things. Smush, she lives life to the fullest and loves to encourage others to always be themselves. Smush loves going on adventures, snacking on bread, and hanging out with her many adopted brothers and sisters, especially her hedgehog brother, Homer. She has decided to become President of the United States. So this is called Smush for President. My name is Smush, and I approve this book. Now I keep saying Smudge because my oldest cat, her name is Calypso, but I never call her Calypso because she's got a smudge on the side of her nose that's shaped like a cat. All right, so I always call her Smudge. She wouldn't even know the name Calypso, but it's one of those times where I don't even use her proper name. I just always call her by her nickname, Smudge. So, hi, I'm Smush. I have decided to run for President of the United States. I feel like I would be a good leader. I am the boss of 2 moms and 9 other brothers and sisters. One day, I saw a story on the internet about being a president. I figured, why not? I have friends all over the world. They are very supportive of my idea. Presidential candidate says he won't share his bread. Oh, jeez. Yeah, they're starving, Jim. They are absolutely, they have not eaten in 30 whole minutes. Isn't that abuse? Look at the little Derecho doppelganger. Look. Look how famished he looks.
Come on, babies.
Look at them. They're all,
Come on, babies.
it's horrible. You know,
Kitty, 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 babies.
the United Cats of America.
Come on, kitty, 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 babies.
Hey, Steel Thought, is that Maynard in your profile?
Come on, kitty, 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 babies.
All right. Even though I am young, I've already been on television and in the news. Artists say I inspire them, and they draw and paint me. I have my own T-shirt company. I am not afraid of getting older. I was even in a music video.
Come here. Come here, you little monster. Come on.
Yep, he's got the black leggings. I tell you, first time I saw him, I thought, oh my God, you look like a little derecho. I wasn't always the famous cat I am now, though. When I was a kitten, I was very sick. I know what it's like to be lonely and hungry.
Are you hungry?
I know what it's like to need help.
Come here.
I want to make sure everyone has a loving home.
Here, baby, you need to eat.
Family is so important to me. And it says Smush Family Adoption Day. Thank you, Vanessa. I really appreciate that. I do try to pick, and we do get reruns every now and then, where I read the same story. But I try not to, I try to vary it. But I have a lot of books now, so it's become one of my hobbies that I always look for some books to read here. I want to make sure people know it's okay to look different and be different.
Come on. No, I'm not going to feed all of you again.
Why not?
No.
No, I want to be fed.
No.
I would be a president you could relate to. I am not perfect. Sometimes I get into trouble, but my moms forgive me, and I try to be better. You might as well know now, since it will come up later. I am a bread thief. I've been in love with bread since my mom's left breadsticks on the counter when I was a kid. Kitten. It was love at first bite. It's funny. I don't have any bread thieves, but Gallant, he loves plastic bags. I have to make sure I don't leave any plastic bags on the counter, or else they will be filled with cat spit, or there'll be little fang marks in them. So I have to make sure, because he is bad. And that is another reason why I think I would make a good president. Hello, Ed Power. Hello. I would share my bread. Excuse me. Smush Foundation Farmers Market. Free breadsticks for all. Well, I just found out a cat can't run for president, but it doesn't matter. Thank you, Cat B. Application to run for president. Humans only. You don't have to be president to make a difference right where you are. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Jim. And then we have little kids with signs saying compassion, honesty, patience, smush, being real, confidence, love and compassion, acceptance. Sorry about that. I don't exactly sneeze very gently. It's just not something I do. Unless if I'm in a meeting and I have to kind of, I press down on my nose and I do this so I don't sneeze. So, yeah. So you don't have to be president to make a difference right where you are. All right. So follow the real life Smush and her family on social media. It looks like there is 2 Instagram, at Smush Official and at Smush and Friends. And then there's at Smush Official on Facebook. And then there's Smush has email or mail that you could send. lives in High Springs, Florida. So, Smush also says, thanks to... Oh, this is interesting. Smush says, thanks to Lindsay, who took a chance on me when I was just a sick kitten, and Laura, who fostered me for many months while I recovered from my illnesses. Thank you to all the people in the world who foster animals and let them go to loving homes. I am only one of many that wouldn't be here without your selfless compassion. I would also like to thank the ancient Egyptians who created bread. I love it. Thank you. And then it says, special... interesting. Let's see what else. I think that is it. So there's a real-life picture of Smush on the back. And I think I read this. Smush is a feisty and confident orange cat. Started out life as a sick little kitten. She grew healthy and strong and has gone on to do many amazing things. She lives life to the fullest and loves to encourage others to always be themselves. Smush loves hanging on adventure or going on adventures. Where did I get hanging to the next? Smush loves going on adventures, snacking on bread, and hanging out with her many adopted brothers and sisters, especially her hedgehog brother, Homer. Thank you, Cat B. This is a good book. She has decided to become president of the United States. I just saw this book on Amazon, and I just said, let me pick it up. You know, the reason why I got it was because I saw that the Scaredy Cat book was out, and because we read Maya's book here, I thought, reading about Dragon would be wonderful. So that is it for today. We read the 4 books that I bought.
Lucy.
I'm not going quite yet, but I'm going to go in about 5 minutes. So I also going to tease you with something about me. Something about me. I have, well, it's nothing to do with cats, but something interesting is going on with my work life. So, thank you, Craig. And I don't want to spill the beans quite yet, but appreciate that, Ad Power. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cat B. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I figured I'll tell you. They're actually going to promote me to a manager position in work, which is great, but, we'll see what happens. I already work a lot. There's probably going to be more work. So, that's good, But, I'm at the point in my life where money isn't really the most important thing to me anymore. Ms. M, thank you. I appreciate that, Ms. M. Yes, more work. Ms. M, did you see that your namesake is going to get adopted? Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Cat B. Thank you, everybody. So, unfortunately, they don't allow me to tell stories at my job. Thank you. So, I haven't put it on Facebook or nothing like that because I'm waiting for them to do the official announcement. So, yeah, Jim, I don't know how much busier I can be. But what are you going to do? It's a good job. It's a good company, and it benefits folks in Ohio. Thank you, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. I wish I could. I'm still working from home, Jim. We're going to have to work that out because they are planning on opening the office in the fall, but it's in Dayton. Dayton is 2 hours from me. So, I really I'm going to see if I can maybe go in, I don't know, 25%, you know, maybe 1 week a month. We'll see. You know, my boss, she's real flexible. So, yeah, but isn't that wonderful, Ms. M, that your namesake is getting adopted? You know, it's doubly wonderful because, you know, a lot of times the moms are always the last to be adopted. And now the 2 moms are going. I think that's wonderful. Vanessa, I don't think they're opening FFRC up yet to visitors. Just keep watching. You know, keep watching the chat page and keep watching the Facebook page to see when they're going to open it up. Do I have a YouTube channel? Well, I have a dumb little YouTube channel that I don't have much content, but you know, this, you know, of course FFRC has their YouTube channel. So the other thing, I've been putting YouTube up on the TV at home, and I've been showing live, or I've been having live cameras of the bird feeders up, and the cats just go crazy for them. It's just crazy. All right, so I am going to get going. I am going to get home and relax, and you know, the last week I've been, you know, boom, going. So yesterday I drove 3 hours, and then Sunday I drove 10 hours. So I know, how dare them? How dare them? All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Cat B. Whoop. I thought I stepped on somebody. I did. It was only a toy. All right, Alma. Bye, Coralie.